at the Airbnb, heading out. Walk. It's a pretty cool place. Alright, so I'm wearing today some headphones and let's see, I gotta find the street. Trying to go for a walk, but also get some exercise. As I go through my notes from the event, I'll get to also focus on some action items. Yeah, kind of like relax and chill out. This is the hat that I was wearing for a party yesterday. I think it's kind of funny, but it's pretty cool. My hair is not well done, then I was like, all right, let me wear my hat. All right, so let me see. Couple thoughts before I jump into my notes. This is either video 5 or 6. I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna go ahead and create a simple Google document to start keeping track of every video and some of the content and highlights and some of the segments for each video. Maybe a simple spreadsheet now that I'm thinking about it. So again, the purpose of these videos is to document the journey. Right now I'm in San Diego. It's Monday, got a lot of work done, but at the same time my list looks humongous, right? A lot of action items. My biggest number one thing from traffic and conversion after defining what exactly do I want to do is to master Facebook ads, demand generation. If I figured it out exactly how to do it, how to build a Facebook ads agency and build upon that expertise, everything else will fall into place. Okay, so that's gonna be my focus in the next couple months, and definitely gonna do whatever it takes to master that skill set. Okay, so Gary just sent me a message. That's the Facebook expert that I want to hire. So let's see what he has to say. All right, I'll read that message later. That's exciting. But ideally, so what's going to happen with him is he's a Facebook ads mentor. So he's an expert in the area. Oh my gosh, look at the traffic. Lots of traffic. Probably the audio of this video is going to be terrible, but whatever. Not whatever, like I don't care. It's that I know it's going to get better. That's my point, right? It's done versus perfect. So Gary, as a Facebook expert, he runs a Facebook marketing agency. He will be able to teach me and show me exactly how and what to do to get results for my clients, okay? So next steps is actually getting the first 3 clients. If I get to do that and they get to say yes, I got the first lead, which is a dental practice. The second one is a yoga studio. I'm willing to pay for their ads, which is a pretty crazy thing. I just have her to say yes. The third one is a martial arts studio. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same, pay for the ads. But now I get the result. Now I get to say, yes, it works. That's gonna be fun. That's where I stand with Facebook ads. With the event, again, my number one thing is gonna be Facebook ads. So exactly what I'm talking about. Video blog, and I was talking to Larry, which is part of my Mastermind, the Mavericks Next. And a friend of him wanted to do a video challenge. So I'm glad I'm doing this. I think it's a lot of work now that I think about, now that I see all the different videos. But again, if I have somebody that can take care of that on my team, then that should be absolutely fine. So especially cleaning up some of the audio, chopping and cutting some of the video, making it flow a little bit better. So I'm hoping to find that person in the next 2 weeks, and that's gonna be pretty fun. All right, so that's gonna be in the next 2 weeks, find a person that can edit the first 10, 20 episodes, because I'm gonna continue to do them daily. And yeah, if I get to do another 30 days with more structure, more details, and with a more clear path, I think that will be super fun. Let me pause this video and find where I'm going, and I'll share a little bit more about the notes. All right, so just made it to the park. First time, no idea what they're playing right now. You see, it looks pretty fun. Yeah, man, I mean, I really like this kind of environment. That was one of the takeaways from the Mastermind dinner with some mentors. With at Next, we had a dinner with some high-level entrepreneurs, and he talked about environment and making sure that we have the right environments. That includes this type of environments, which I don't get, and I think it's cool that I'm doing the videos in a place like this. Since I know when I go back to Baton Rouge, where I live right now, there may not be so many cool places like this. But I'll make it into a habit to push myself to surround myself around places where my body, my mind is engaged and is more active. That way my thoughts are brighter and my connections with other people are more positive. So in this video, I want to quickly cover a little bit of the day 2 from that mastermind, and I can clean up a little bit of my mind on those thoughts. And I'll take a second after I cover those thoughts and kind of like quickly review the videos on my cell phone and just see what's the deal with the videos, how many do I have, how many do I need to edit, and that kind of thing, right? Maybe a little bit longer than what I thought. Ideally, I want to do it, 5 to 10 minutes video blog, but that's all right. That's part of the deal, learning and experimenting. All right, so the second day, the power of relationships was a session by Kevin, understanding others and being understood, connecting and bond with others, knowing myself. Relationship is at the core of everything that we do, okay? So strengthen my relationship with myself, and business is an opportunity to know more about ourselves. I totally love that. He mentioned the quote from Socrates, that is, the unexamined life is not worth living. Then he mentioned the book Stranger to Ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. He talked about 8 types of different intelligence, and in this particular one, the intrapersonal intelligence, which is emotional plus social intelligence. Okay, that's the key to our soul. And there's a difference between spirit and personality, and this unique blend is our own essence. Talk about different tools, and then he mentioned something about orient, operate, optimize, omnipotence, omniscience. Really deep concepts. Gain power in more directions. He covered more on the Enneagram studies, the levels of development. He talked about a book on consciousness from David. I gotta look it up. I had no idea. And I gotta feel out and understand, where do I go under stress and where do I go for growth, okay? So the more personal, the more universal. That's about copy and about principles and about anything, right? That's it. Then the other day, I think I mentioned already that on another video, was a session from Anthony Balduzzi on high performance. It was called The Business Plan for Your Body. He had some pretty amazing principles about health, talking about how health is 97 controllable. Health is an essential performance lever. Health is an essential integrity lever. Health is the long game strategy for legacy builders. Wow, very powerful. So body, balance, business, pure alignment. He gave us a lot of different exercises and a complete formula, which is the FMR: food, fuel, movement, recover, and rejuvenation. Okay, so in the slides, he has some very practical things to do, SOPs, level of blood sugars, keeping track of those measurements, calories intakes, partitioning, plan exercise. He mentioned something that I really love, something about pretty much scheduling and treating workout sessions as meetings, right? If you cancel a meeting, you have to reschedule. So yeah, weekly SOPs, monthly SOPs, and then talk about the morning daily practice and how critical is that. So I would love tomorrow morning to come and have a morning practice down here at the park. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, bring my notebook, and that's it. Then Maxwell was the other session, the mastermind. He said the world belongs to you if you can articulate it. So practical exercise, find stress and whatever makes you anxious and articulate it, meaning how does it feel, where in your body you feel it, then work throughout. There's a couple other exercise, very deep stuff, a lot of academical and technical type of things, but he covered some of this importance on the emotional alignment and understanding how we need to assign words for feeling. How do we feel? And there's a couple of them: helplessness, lost, worthless, inadequate, alone, insignificant, empty, hopelessness, bad. Okay, so there's 7 to 9. I think I only had 7. There's actually 9. And then there's, of course, the positive ones. So I need to get those from the facilitator. He talked about a very simple technique, which is the NEAR technique. N stands for notice. Then E is going to be experience. And then A will be articulate. R is going to be resonate. So release the resistance on those negative feelings and then you can put I'm so afraid of, and you put the feeling. And he talked about accidental conditioning, meaning throughout our life we have had certain experiences that have conditioned us to have a certain feeling, right? So I said, I mean, the other ones are a couple of the days. I'm gonna stop it right here. So yeah, ideally, I don't want to just do this. I don't want to just read content. But I think it was cool for me to review what I learned in these sessions. The other session was again from Kevin. That was the last day when he talked about relationships. So I'll probably cover that in another video. But yeah, so far I think, in fact, I'll go ahead and record the next video, right? Get that out of the way, create more content, never stop creating content. So this is the end of this video, and the next one I will cover more.